716 Manx roller, owned by Mrs. Shadbolton family from Wrexham, for a purchase by the current owner in 2010. Now this is the 6-ton. Look at the roof on it, that's the particular importance. Corrugated roof. The wallets and steering are all the same, they all look like that. This one in particular has got rubber tyres on, which is unusual. It makes going on the road a lot more comfortable. And then
you want to do the
also a little bird told me that the name on the front of the engine is Chip Chase and the name on the back is Gypsy.
Okay.
This is because the family call him Gypsy. And unbeknownst to Tony, they bought him a nameplate Gypsy for his Christmas present, and now that's fixed on the back of the engine. So there we are. He's got Mr. Shadbolt Jr. driving it round the ring today. Following that, we've got the Fowler. Owned by the Mason family from Hereford. This is a 1931 engine, quite a late one. Again, the property originally of the West Riding of Yorkshire County Council. Then it was sold to Caulfields of Abermule in mid Wales. There's quite a number of road rollers there at Abermule. 1968 it went to Liz Mason of Newport, and then on to Ray Matthews in 1991, from where the Mason family purchased it in 2012. So well done to them for keeping it as it is. Following on behind, we've got number 8, the Aveling & Porter E-type roller. This is a compound piston valve, 1924, Phoenix number 2. And it's been with Tony and Sue Matthews now for 20 years. Matthews family are from Much Wenlock in Shropshire. Nice looking engine too, a nice big 10-ton roller. Going around the inside of the arena at a fairly goodly speed, we've got the Burrell Devonshire, or the single crank compound engine owned by Alistair Evans and family, ably steered by his number 1 engineer, his son, called Spider. Nice big engine this, absolutely immaculate. Alistair and family come from Bishop's Castle in Shropshire, so he's come probably 120 miles. He wasn't here yesterday, so he came with his wagon and trailer 120 miles this morning, and he's got to turn around and go back in this evening. Then we've got Sir William, the Foster. Coming around next, there's a fine big engine. I was talking to Mr. Hodgkins today about it. He said he got it in 1998. It's had a big lot of work done to it over the last few years. Fine big agricultural engine, single cylinder, single crank, absolutely wonderful. Following on from that, we've got the big Marshall compound, very unusual design this for an agricultural engine, but it's got a solid flywheel as you can see there. I believe it's 3-speed as well, which is again unusual, more like a road locomotive. Look at the width of the back wheels on it. Mr. Phillips comes from Newport in Shropshire. And then we've got Early Riser, the 6-ton Aveling & Porter road roller. New Mills in Derbyshire. Mr. Lomas has had this engine for 26 plus years. It's been in the family. He completely rebuilt it, absolutely immaculate. So have a good look at that one. Towards us now, we've got the Wallace and Stevens, another 6-ton model. Wallace and Stevens Advanced, 1929. These are quite a late engine. They've got quite a lot of innovative designs about them. The steering is different, for example. There's no big flywheel on them. This one has come right through from Dolgethly. Some 50 odd miles, 13 hours, something like that. So well done, Mr. Gunn, for bringing it here on the road. Again, look at the roof on it, corrugated iron. This is one of the features of Wallace and Stevens. Spider going along on the inside there, the single crank compound burrel. Compare that one with the half-size burrel, which is parked near the commentary point at the moment. Absolutely, or very near identical they are. Coming past the commentary point now, we've got Ophelia, the 6-ton Aveling and Porter road roller, owned by the Allison family. We've got two of Brian's boys in charge on there, I think at the moment, certainly the one driving. I remember this engine coming from Pontypridd playground actually many years ago up to Brian's premises in Bethersfield when he lived there. Sorry state it was at the time. Then we've got the 4CD Garrett going through, owned by the Broach family and son. This is a Garrett tractor, 4CD, 4 horsepower compound double cylinders. They've come through from near Carnarvon on Friday. About 3 hours, they tell me, including a chip stop, which is essential. Then we've got Cheshire Pride going through, the 5-ton Foden wagon, owned by the Gleave family. Carl, I think, son driving. Fodens were prolific builders of these overtype wagons, as compared with Sentinels, which are what we call undertype. And then in the far side of the ring, coming round, one of the last, I think he's the last one in, is Dave Gleave with the big D-type tractor, Foden again, of Sandbach. This has got showman's fittings on. Originally it wouldn't have done, it would be purely for haulage, but it's probably passed into the hands of a showman who wanted some extra power for his rides. And they put a dynamo on the front which would illuminate lights on the canopy and also drive a smaller roundabout or something like that. This has had some major work, I believe, over the winter period this year, so well done to Dave for getting it finished and bringing it here to Anglesey this weekend. And this one's called Angelina. Dave and family come from Nantwich, near Nantwich in Cheshire. So the engines are lining up in the centre of the arena. The one engine which hasn't appeared, I think it might have a little technical problem, is the roller owned by Anglesey Vintage Equipment Society, the Aveling and Porter R10. That's the 10-tonner, single cylinder, flat valve or slide valve, which was sold new to the county council here from new. It was used to build and maintain roads on the island up until, I would imagine, the 50s. It's on its way, is it? I've been told it's on its way in, yes? No? Well, that's an engine looked after by one of the club members, Lloyd Pritchard, who's the steward for this section, the large engines, and he's recently spent an awful lot of time and effort on it, painting it, so have a good look at it when it does appear. Looks absolutely immaculate. Now, are the miniature engines staying where they are, or are they going into the line?
I don't want to do.
That's what we need to know. Looks like they're going in the line. The section leader's leading them through, so